Well, hello again and welcome back. I've been off on a little hiatus as normal. I've been off enjoying my other hobbies and haven't really picked up any trains as of late. Well, I've got a couple, but what's Christmas without a train? And yesterday, my sister and brother-in-law had their Christmas because it's the only time we were able to get everybody together, and much to my surprise, they gave me a really nice Marx Commodore Vanderbilt set. I believe this is the pre-war set model right here, our motor. Still got its little red thing for the chimney there, and it's probably the nicest example of one of these I've ever had. I've had a few of them way back when, but they were always a little on the dirty side. I don't think I've ever had one that still had its little red see-through thing in there. But I've never really cared that much about that. And you can see it's really nice. Again, really nice. I've had a few of these over the years. Again, nice one. But I've never had either of these cars. I may have had this at one point, but I've never had this box car, to my knowledge. And let me move these on somewhere where I'm not going to knock them on the floor. So, I have every confidence being Marx, unless there's a broken wire, this will run. It is dirty, and we'll give it a service after a test run. So hopefully no broken wires in it. It runs fine, and we'll go ahead and give this a quick service and see how well it improves it. Although I can't show you some of the hobbies I've been off to because I enjoyed collecting the pew-pews. I can show you this thing, which I'm really proud of. This is a Axial SCX 24, and it's a little 124 scale hobby grade RC like crawler trail truck thing, and they're usually shiny with service or Forest Service decals on them, but I stripped this one up and weathered it, and it's so cool. I love it. I changed out the chassis and shocks yesterday. It's just so awesome. I got more parts coming for it today. But let's go give this little Commodore Vanderbilt a test run, and then we'll get to the service. Well, there we go, all set up and ready for the test run. I forgot to mention there was another reason I kind of haven't been playing with the trains, and that is when we moved, all my Marx stuff went into a box that used to be stored in the shelves in my bedroom, and so when we moved, I just put that box in the garage, and it's just been sitting out there, and it was in the spot where I would keep hitting it with my car door, and so I didn't break it. I decided to unpack it. That's one of the last things I had, and the only place I had to put it was, or put the stuff was, all along here. So this entire table was covered in Marx, and I finally got some free time to stack them all about. But yeah, it was a mess. So I kind of lost interest because, well, I mean, that involved cleaning, and I'm a tired, overweight, middle-aged factory worker, and I just didn't want to. So excuses aside, let's see how this thing runs. Well, honestly runs like a dirty, neglected Marx, but it does run as I expected. So, oh, those chromosomes. That takes me back. All right. Smells just like my childhood playing with trains. So I'm going to go ahead and take this upstairs and give her a service. All right, I got everything laid out I think I need, including the big old pliers just because. And where did I put my screwdriver? The nice thing about Marx is how simple they are. This thing got a light. Don't remember where I put my little screwdriver, so I have to be really careful with this big one for now. Well, that was almost lost to the ether. So the only thing I'm worried about, besides scratching with the screwdriver as I nearly just did, is breaking the wire for the headlight. That's my only concern. Everything else should be straightforward on one of these. Beating this poor thing off the table. And it should just drop right out. All right. So I'm gonna start with the commutator first and break my light bulb. Clean the gears up the best I can, and I'm going to attempt to remove these shoes. I've only done it once, but it's pretty straightforward. You just pull these up and over this tab and they'll like come off. That way I can clean the underside and get a real good contact. Now let's see. I wonder if that's loose. I also may want to consider replacing those brushes. Those are really, really worn. Another nice thing about Marx is you can usually take a small screwdriver and fish the spring for the brushes up and over the thing. And if this was clean, these would drop right out, but I don't expect them to because they're pretty gummy. That one kind of looks loose, but I'm not sure. No. It's fine. Should have took the time to find my little screwdriver. Actually, since that's loose, I can go ahead and just... Not this little of a screwdriver. the one I usually use. Keep those separate. Now, what we should be able to do is bring the rod to the bottom and carefully lift this up and out of the way. And there it is. Ooh, look how dirty that thing is. I've actually seen worse. I think somebody sprayed her down with oil to get her running. Very grimy, very dirty. Get these channels cleaned out. I know there's a technical name for it, but I learned it once, but I don't do this as often as you'd probably think, and my memory also ain't as good as it was when I was 20. That'll do. Get my brass pencil or fiberglass pencil here, and wow, you're dirty. Maybe I should have went after this with a little bit of IPA first, because that is pretty bad, or grimy. I think I'm definitely going to pick up some brushes for this thing. Those are just little nubbins. Ooh. Not the dirtiest I've seen, but it's, I think, one of the grimiest. My word. I'm going to go ahead and go after this with some IPA. If I don't knock my stuff over. And then go back over it with the pencil, because that's pretty grody. There you go. Take the opportunity to clean some of this nastiness off. And let's reattack it with this. Might be time to get a new fiberglass pencil. I got this in a 3-pack, but I don't remember what I did with the other two. And every time I try to trim the edge off, it kind of doesn't work out so well for me. Maybe I just need a different technique. There we go. Getting dirtier. Those have got to be coming from the gears, I would imagine. There we go. use a clean one or a dry one. Do this again. I'm gonna go ahead and clean the back side of this plate off and scrunch these little things out. That way I can, while I'm cleaning the other stuff, the motor armature there isn't flopping around. Chunky. Very chunky. There's little bits of freaking carbon and, or what would that be? Carbon, right? Brush material, everything falling out of this thing. That's just, you know, the actual commutator might have been that dirty, but I've never had, I don't think I've had random bits of grime fall out of the thing before. There we go. That'll do good enough. So, just back down to the bottom so we can slide this thing in. There. Oh, where'd I put that little screwdriver at right there? Don't damage the head of the screw, dummy. Now let's attempt get some of this nastiness off the gears. That's actually probably not put the crap I just cleaned back into the motor. Very nice. On that note, maybe I should see if there's anything else hiding in there. What is that? A pine tree needle from Christmas past? I believe so. That's cool. I guess that's kind of cool. Not where that needs to be, but kind of neat to see this was legit running around a Christmas tree at some point. Look at the casting on that gear. All the flash around the little holes. As long as they don't come undone. Let's see here. Go ahead and try to clean up the wheels. Oh, those are on. Clean up pretty nicely. So I've been bidding on trains lately. I just haven't won any. They've all, I don't know, probably because it's near Christmas, they've all been kind of going for a little bit more than I wanted to pay. But I did win one just 2 days ago, which will probably be the feature of the next video. I'm gonna attack this with this first, I think. That little track cleaner just ain't cutting it. Or at least it's just taking too much time. This is the one with the brass head, so I'm not gouging into anything. There we go. I may still go over that with the track brush, but that cleaned up, or the track cleaner, but that went pretty good. Or it looks I've cleaned up pretty good. Maybe I need the fiberglass pencil next. That's got a lot of track time. You can see the rail imprintation in that. Look how deep that is. I can believe it with those brushes. And it didn't make much of a difference. I'll hit it with some rub the IPA and then call it. All right. Now the scary part I've only done once. Now we should, I should be able to just we'll go off to the side there. clean that up so we can get a better contact and go over that with the fiberglass pencil, or at least attempt to. There we go. That one went a lot quicker. I mean, as they run, they kind of clean up the contact point themselves, but whatever. I'm already here. Very nice. Hit that with some IPA before we put it back together. Now for you. I need something more heavy duty, I think. There we go. That actually smells a bit. When I was a kid, I had one of these. I was missing one of these shoes, and I thought you could get away with just bending the tab down and letting that right across the rail, and that lasted for a couple of seconds until the locomotive kind of pole vaulted itself off the track, where that caught into one of the track joiners. That one is done. So that was a lesson learned. As an adult, it seems kind of obvious that probably wouldn't work, but I guess that's how you learn. And, attempt to clean my hands a little bit. I got this out. And that'll probably do her. So I'm going to bend these up just a little bit so it's got a little bit more tension. I imagine they would have settled a little bit over the years. And attempt to get these back on without destroying it. That one popped out. Come on, up and over. There we go. That wasn't so bad, was it? All right. Now we will do the brushes and get this thing back oiled and back together. I should really probably stock up on replacement brushes. Where's my fiberglass pencil at? They're so small, I can barely clean them. Seen a lot of action in your time, haven't you, little friend? Can't see. There. Where did I put my oil? Well, I guess that wouldn't matter right there, would it? I sure hope this light bulb still works when I'm done. Probably could have done a better job of cleaning the axles. Oh well. And just a skosh of grease, and I think this thing will be ready to go. You know, I think I want to, I may take this back off and bend it before the test run, but I'll do that off camera, because it's just not, it's settled a little too much. Kind of wary about bending it out, but all right, so I'm going to do that real quick. Then we'll put the body back on and take it down and test it. Much better. I was a little loose now. Now my OCD's wanting me to fix that, but I'm not going to, because the more I diddle with it, the more risk there is of breaking it. Just slot in there. There we go. Go in your home. All right, so I'm going to grab the freight cars because I'm certain this thing will run. Maybe give a little dusting off. All right, I'll see you in the basement. Well, I'm ready for the test run. I haven't put the cars on, just to double check, just make sure she does what I'm sure she's going to do, which is run like $1,000,000. All right, I'm going to put the cars on and we'll run around for a bit. There she is. That's a pretty good looking little train. contact there a little bit. Track is still dirty. Well, I think that's about it for now. It runs pretty good. There seems to be a little drop in power over here, so the track's probably a little dirty. I haven't ran it that much since I cleaned it all back off. Yeah, I like it. That's a good looking little set.